All right, ready to start this week's yoga class. I'm taller than I think. Yay, that's always a good thing. All right, sitting nice and tall, out towards the outer edge of your chair, 90 degrees through your ankles, through your knees, through your hips, shoulders back and down. Tuck those shoulder blades into their back pockets, and let's just breathe. Deep inhale, fill your lungs. And that powerful exhale doesn't exactly need to project anything, but you need to feel it in your core. Finally found the word and remembered it, but I don't know whether I'll slaughter it. Ujjayi is the name of these breaths. One more. Let's have hands at heart center and do wrist rolls. Don't worry about the tempo of your wrists. Just keep contact, whether on knuckles or palms. I just think about the tempo of my breaths. Reverse direction. Hands at heart center. Let's go into shoulder rolls. As we inhale, we hold our spine still. We reach down, away, and all the way high. Exhale, simply back to heart center. 3 more times. To reverse direction, inhale, reach straight high. Exhale, sweep away. And return to heart center. 3 more times. One more. Good. Let's transition to a leg move. Roll those shoulders back and down. Let's open the door. Left leg, right leg. Right leg, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Use that hand to support your knee during transition and also to deepen that inner thigh stretch. I pause almost at the end of my inhale and at the end of my exhale. One more. Now 5 with the left leg. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good. Two more. Good, keeping that nice tall stance. Transition to mountain. We're going right into singles. So inhale, mountain. Stay for the exhale. Transition to airplane with palms forward. Reach behind. Two more times each with single breaths. Reach, reach, reach in both poses. Airplane. I know I'm reaching far enough down that my shoulders don't rise with my inhale. Let's speed it up. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, airplane. 2 more like this. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale to mountain. 2 more. One more. Good. Hands across your legs. We're going to do a chair twist to the right. Nice and tall, heads reaching up, shoulders low. 2 breaths. Your head wants to be on center chair and right in line with your spine. Good. Second side. One more breath here. Okay, we're going to take that slow half moon. Inhale, turn all the way to the right. Exhale all the way to the left. Keep those twists slow and smooth, but try to reach that full extension or turn by the end of your breath. One more like this. Then stay to the left for your inhale. Exhale all the way to the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. One more like this. Good. Bring it center, roll your shoulders a few times, and we're going to do forward arm and chest expansion. My spine is tall. I'm not letting my head move forward, but I'm reaching forward. Contracting chest, opening up upper back. 2 breaths. Chest expansion. Shoulders stay low, pinch your shoulder blades together, and arms open up. Chin up a little. 2 breaths. After this next one, we're going to go directly to our speed it up. Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest expansion. 2 more like this. Good. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale the forward arm. 2 more like this. Nice and powerful and strong core breaths. Good. Bring your arms down. Roll them a few times, and it's going to be the perfect time for neck twist. They're down and back. Look over your shoulder to the right. 2 breaths. Be careful with your powerful breaths in a neck twist, because you want the powerful breaths without straining your neck too much. To the left. 2 breaths. Keep that core tight. Stay sitting tall. And let's speed it up. Inhale, turn all the way to the right. Exhale all the way to the left. Just your neck twist. One more like this. Inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, left. Shoulders stay relaxed and low. One more like this. Good. Now we're going to do cat and cow, but because it gets our rounded back ready, we'll go right into our final vinyasa after that. I know you all know it, but I'll talk you through it the first couple of times. So for cat, hands are on your knees, support that rounded back. Scoop out your abs with an ice cream scoop. Tuck your belly button to your spine, shoulders stay low, and everything's an extension of that C curve, including your neck. 2 breaths. Hard to get in deep breaths when your core is contracted, when it's tight. But back is nice and extended. Transition to cow. Arch your back, chin comes up, shoulders roll back. 2 breaths. Now back is flexed or contracted, and abdominal core is extended. Now this one, I want to do single breaths once each pose, just to make sure that we've got them locked in. And cow. Let's speed it up. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Smooth transition, but reaching that full extension or flexion by the end of your breath. Last one like this. Stay in cow for your inhale. Exhale to cat. 2 more like this. Good. After this exhale, sit upright into mountain for your inhale. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest extension. Inhale, mountain. Remember, knee tuck and round. Grab your knee first, then tuck and round in line with your hips. Back to mountain. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest extension. Mountain. Right knee tuck and round. If you started with right knee, no worries. Just do opposite of me. Airplane. We're going 3 times each side today. Forward arm. Chest extension. I feel the heat coming from the inside out. Left knee. It starts right at my abdominal core from keeping it tight. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest extension. Mountain. Right knee tuck and round. One more time each side. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest extension. Remember, other than the tuck and round, you're sitting as tall as you can. Long, long, long spine. Last time through. Just think about what's next. Last exhale. Tuck and round. Good. Go ahead and take a break from your breaths. And you can't see my ankles, but I'm tracing the outline of my shoe. Oh, my nose is a little dry from those breaths. Too much information, but means I'm breathing in through my nose. Not that that's the most important thing. If you are congested, absolutely do both legs. You can take your inhale through your mouth too. Just preserves that dry throat a little bit more or longer if you're inhaling through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, grab water. I have 2 more rolls in this direction. We're warmed up hips, warmed up ankles, ready for standing muscular endurance and balance. All right, I'm going to move my chair aside. I'm going to stand back a little bit, and if I need to adjust the screen, which I think I will, I'll do that a little bit. All right. I'm actually going to flip up my fans too. Let me bring this over, just my cheat sheet. All right, we're going to do standing mountain first. I want hip width apart, toes lined up, just arranging everything, and heels under hips, hips under shoulders. Shoulders back and down, hips forward a little bit. Feel those hip flexors extend as glutes contract, abs are tight, and quads are tight. Then, with shoulders back and down, reach towards Mother Earth. This mountain is the first move in our vinyasa, so we're going to add 2 breaths to it and then go right to the 2 that we want in our vinyasa. So 4 breaths in mountain. Remember, reach strongly enough that your shoulders don't raise during your inhale. Lungs expand, rib cage opens, shoulders are staying low. 1 more. We're used to this. Transition to airplane. One more breath here. Lateral flexion, left arm up, right arm down. Hips staying still, but that oblique stretch on left side. Good, sit into chair. Back is straight, even with the hinge through your hips. Back to mountain, 2 breaths. Good. Airplane. Good. Lateral flexion, right arm up. Left arm down. Chair. Now, we're going to skip the single breaths. And after this one, go right to half breaths. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, lateral flexion. Exhale, chair. Inhale, mountain. Airplane. Lateral flexion. Chair. This breathing pattern, 1 more time each side. Then we'll change it up a little. Lateral flexion. Chair. Mountain. Airplane. Lateral flexion. And chair. Stay in chair for your inhale. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, lateral flexion. Inhale, chair. It feels weird. Just stay with this pattern. Mountain, airplane. Lateral flexion, chair. One more time each side. Airplane, lateral flexion, chair. Airplane, or sorry, mountain. I got to hit back on an airplane. Lateral flexion, and a full breath in chair. Good. Our body gets used to having the strongest move like chair in an exhale. So I always have to think, what is next? Okay, this next one, I want a wide sun god because we're going from sun god to active warrior 2. You'll really only pivot one heel at a time. But if I start wide, then I'm already wide enough that I can stay in my front heel for active warrior 2. With that said, your knees need to be comfortable in both poses. And if that means you pivot and step back a little bit, you can do that. Just be careful, especially twisting on the carpet. So both toes out, weight in your heels. On sun god, palms are facing up. This is going to be fun for shoulders because they're going to stay high the entire time. 2 breaths. Can you wiggle your toes in your shoes? Just make sure your weight's in your heels. Good. Pivot right heel, face left. Palms are now down, but still the same height. Look over front fingertips. One more here. Good. Back to sun god. Both heels in. One more breath here. Active warrior 2 towards the right. Now this one, we won't go faster than single breaths. But let's go to single now. Sun god. To active warrior 2. Transitioning on every inhale. Good. Sun god. Remember, reach both directions in both poses. Just one more time each side. There's our light at the end of the tunnel. Last time each, sun god. To active warrior 2. Good, relax your shoulders. Bring it in. Oh my heavens, even forearms are tense. We're going to our last final vinyasa. By the end of this, your shoulders are going to feel really good because we've got a lot of stretches reaching towards Mother Earth. All right, just like our seated one, except that rather than the knee tucking around, it'll be a knee raise, starting with left leg. Are you ready? Bring those hips forward, tighten those glutes, shoulders back and down. Let's go. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, forward arm. Exhale, chest expansion. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, left knee raise. Finding that balance through core and standing glute. Find that spot to look at, airplane. It'll help you keep your balance. And maybe that's me right on the screen. But if it's not, I'm okay with that. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, right knee raise. Good, back to mountain. Airplane. Forward arm. Remember strength with your arm poses. Chest expansion. Mountain. Left knee raise. Back to mountain. Airplane. Forward arm. Chest expansion. Mountain. Right knee raise. Just one more time each side. Airplane. Forward arm. Abs are tight. Chest expansion. Mountain. Left knee raise. Last time through. Just think about what's next. And good. Go ahead and take a break from your deep, strong breaths while you grab a drink of water. And we're going to go to muscular endurance. Today we have 6 moves. We're going to start narrow with tree, step into wide leg forward fold, and then we practiced that sun god to active warrior 2 into triangle, and then we're going to walk it back into tree, and then from tree go to second side. And I lied, not tree. We're walking it back into chair and then to the second side, starting with tree. So tree, wide leg forward fold, sun god, active warrior 2, triangle, then chair. Sorry, it's funny. In my head, I was saying chair, and my mouth said tree. All right, we're going to start going to the left side first. So establish that stance with shoulders back, and then bring left heel up. All of your core strength and contraction is in right glute. Tree. 6 breaths. What we're going to do is we're going to do 6 breaths each side, and then repeat with 2 each. 3 more. One more. Then soften knees, both toes forward, wide leg forward fold. Keep your back straight in this pose. Straight legs, straight back. How far you reach out is up to you. I just want you to stay balanced and with your back straight, looking for a nice hamstring stretch. 3 more. Good, 1 more. Bring upright torso, heels come in, sun god. Reaching both directions, palms up. I found myself shifting forward, which sent my weight to my toes. I shifted back into my heels. I want you to stay there too. 3 more. One more. Right here, you're just gonna have to will those arms to stay up. Palms down, active warrior 2. Back leg is straight. Front knee is soft. And pivot that front toe to where knee is comfortable. I'm feeling a back hip flexor stretch. 3 more and a front inner thigh stretch. 2 more. And good. Simply straighten both legs, and then right palm is forward and straight up. If you need to walk it in a little, it's too wide for your hips, do it. No worries. You just want that arm straight up, both legs straight, and that reach. Oh my heavens. 2 more. Walk it in, single breath. Line up hip width apart and sit into chair. This is our last pose on this side. When we come up right, it's going to be directly to tree with right heel off the floor. 2 more. Are you in your heels? And tree. Left hip is forward. Left glute is contracted. Right toe, so light on the ground. 3 more. One more. Good. Soften knees, wide leg forward fold. Good. Straight back. Form looks great. 3 more. Enjoy this stretch for 1 more. Upright torso, heels come in, sun god. Weights in your heels. Good. Shoulders are starting to remember. Hold strong. Do what you can. 2 more. Good. Active warrior 2 to the right. Palms down. Good. Your shoulders look awesome. Nice and level. Gotta love what yoga does for our shoulders. 2 more, 2 more. Then straighten both legs, left palm forward and straight up. Make sure knees are at a comfortable angle. You might have to pivot your feet a little bit. Coming out of active warrior 2 and into triangle. Reach, reach, 3 more. If your shoulder is crying, you're in good company. 2 more. And 1 breath to walk it in. Line up those toes for chair. Now after these 6 breaths, we have just 2 breaths each pose, each side. Keeping core tight, strengthening with exhale. Two more. And transition right to tree. Left heel up. 1 more breath here. Wide leg forward fold. I try to transition during the inhale, then stay for a breath and a half. Sun God. Just make sure you only transition quickly enough that you keep your joints comfortable. Active warrior 2. In other words, take your time transitioning. 1 more here. Triangle. Good. 1 breath to walk it in. Chair for 2. Straight back. Then tree. Right heel up. 1 more. Wide leg forward fold. Sun God. Active warrior 2. Good. 1 more. Triangle. Single breath to walk it in. Sit into chair, last 2. Beautiful. Kick it out. If lower back's a little stiff, a few high knee raises. Nice strength circuit. That was not an easy one. I do like going that 2 breaths after because I feel like it lengthened me out a little bit after having my muscles just shake during those poses. Okay, before we grab a drink, let's do downward facing dog. So step away enough that your palms are on the top of your chair and you want back straight and arms straight. For the first 2 breaths, let's keep legs straight. It just helps my lower back lengthen. Then we'll soften our knees for 4. Here we go. 2 breaths. Keep your neck in line with your spine, but you do want to press your chest to the floor. Soften your knees. Keep your weight in your heels and back straight. Good. 3 more. One more, one more. Good. Bring it up right. Sorry, I had one forearm that was really cramping during that. Make sure that your stars go away. I'm going to bring chair forward, but we're actually going to start facing, doing our chair twist towards the left, and we'll do a half circle and end stretching towards the right. Grab another drink. And I may need to pivot that down. I will, but we'll get there. All right. We'll hold each stretch or pose for 5 breaths. So let me close this down just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it'll be a good angle. All right, so we're facing the left side first. I like to be towards the outer edge, but you know your lower back. If it's better to be mid-chair when you hit that chair twist, that's what I want you to do. But no matter what, I want upright torso, shoulders back and down, then hit that chair twist. You're looking away from the screen, looking out over the back of your chair. If you can, grab both sides of your chair to deepen the twist, but please sit as tall as you can. Two more. Keeping those shoulders low. Good. Now release that chair. If you're not at the outer edge, come to the outer edge because we're going to do pyramid off the side of our chair. Extend your left leg. Get that right leg out of the way. Straighten your back. Hinge forward. Keep that straight back, capital V. Then you release arms to deepen the stretch. You've got left leg extended. Keep your shoulders right in line with your hips. Remember, if you can go lower, it's just making that steeper capital V. But keep that straight back. 2 more. And good. Upright torso. I want you to pivot towards the screen. Leave that extended leg off the chair. So I'm pretty much right in line with my chair legs. And I push my toe back till my knee goes that's far enough. Keep those hips level. If you're looking at your reflection or your image, if your shoulders are pretty level, your hips are probably pretty level. Hold on to that chair, breathe. It is really important not to drop that hip, not to let that spine C-curve to the right, to the left. 3 more. Strong core. Good. Hold on to that chair as you bring knee up. Walk towards the front edge of your chair, and that same leg is coming on top for pigeon pose. Remember, listen to your knees. If it's better to bring it down low, bring it down low. Holding on, I'm trying to get my leg just to relax, and then I'm straightening up. Somebody's pulling on the top of my head, shoulders back and down, and arch your ribs, just a little bit. Arch your back, rib cage comes forward. Intense stretch through inner thigh and outer glute. Really good for that same side, lower back, as long as you're sitting tall. Just 2 more here. and good. That same leg stays on top for flying eagle. Left leg on top, right arm on top. Once I have them intertwined, I sit tall, then bring my elbows down in front of my chest, push forward. Remember, don't let your head or spine come forward with that push. Just arms, just opening up upper back. Two more. Push, push, push. And good. Release those arms. At the top of our pyramid, we're doing inner thighs. Heels are away. Their toes are facing out. Hinge forward. Be careful not to slide off the edge of your chair, but straight back, then add that resistance. Just like wide leg forward fold, except when our knees are soft, settles into our inner thighs rather than so deeply into our hamstrings. Pyramids for our hamstrings. Two more. And good. Sitting upright, bringing it back to narrow. We're going to go to flying eagle. I almost said screaming eagle. Now this time, right legs on top, left arms on top. Intertwine, sit tall, shoulders and elbows draw down, then press forward. 5 breaths. Go, 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 push. One more. Relaxing arms, that leg on top opens up and I'm shifting that standing heel to in front of my knee. Holding on, sitting tall, shoulders down, and then arching my back. This one's my more flexible leg. So I absolutely push that stretch to where it's a little uncomfortable, as long as my knee's okay. I may have added one, but one more. Good. Release that stretch. You're going to shimmy over towards the right, and right leg comes off the edge of your chair. Hold on to the left side of the chair to hold you upright and level. Lunge pose. Let's go. Two more. Good. Hold on to that chair as you pivot. Now it's that right leg that's going to be off the edge of your chair. So you want to be to the outer edge. And right leg's extended, left leg's out of the way, but support on that chair. Hinge forward with your straight back, then add resistance. Keeping upper back straight and lower back straight. Three more. Strong exhale. Good. Sitting upright. Have your knees close to each other, shoulder blades back and down. Last stretch right here. Twist, grab both sides of your chair, shoulders low, sitting tall, chair twist. 5 breaths. Deep inhales will give you a nice oblique lengthening. 3 more. And good. Releasing your chair. Release yourself from those strong breaths. I'm going to come forward for a relaxation segment, but I want you to grab another drink of water. All right. Very nice. It took you almost to the full hour. We won't have a really long relaxation segment. And to tell you the truth, well, I'll tell you about it. We're going to just jump around, but I'm just going to have you kind of stay within what your body feels, where you need to concentrate relaxation. So it's going to be pretty self-promoted. We'll talk about it. I'm actually going to grab a pillow because I don't have a lot of connection point with this chair. My other chairs went to Provo with my children. So nice and tall, I'm scooting back my tailbone till I'm at the back of my chair. And then I just want my shoulder blades back together, and I'm leaning them against the chair till I have a nice straight board of a spine. Once you're there and you have the support of the chair, it's okay to roll your hips a little forward to where you feel like you have neutral spine. You don't want to feel like you have a deep arch to your lower back either. Once you feel like you have neutral spine, I want you to close your eyes. Our deep, strong breaths are now deep, whispering breaths. I want you to feel them, but I don't want you to be able to hear them. Move your feet to where they best support the weight of your legs, where you're feeling as light as you can on your chair. You won't be able to get rid of it all the way, that weight on the chair, but bring it to a place where you can be as light as you can. And then do the same with your hands. Move them to the position on your thighs, where your upper arms and lower arms can absolutely relax and sink. Before we start, I want you to do your first body scan. I always just imagine, kind of like Star Trek, that this beam of light's going through me from the top of my head, through my body to my toes, and I'm just looking for anything that's out of place. If there's a tight muscle group or even a heavier muscle group, if you feel heavier or tighter on one side over the other, I want you to go to that spot and fix it. Bring everything into neutral or equilibrium. Take a few breaths to do it. If lower back is feeling heavy, adjust your hips where you're more neutral. And once you feel like you've got that nice neutral starting zone, I want you to send your thoughts to the muscle groups that have been either aggravating you this week, that you felt more than others. Like if it's your lower back, send your thoughts to your lower back and just absolutely relax it, or maybe make it feel light, airy, or maybe it's been your right bicep, something. Just, I want you to just move around and think about relaxing muscle groups within your body. You may want to spend time on one for longer than others. If you haven't had any spots in particular, you feel pretty good all week long, Then think about doing that slow wave where you just slowly go down through your body, feeling everything that's right along the wave or behind the wave feel relaxed. I only want your thoughts on your body, your muscle groups. Try to really concentrate on those so that those errant thoughts don't sneak in there. All you're thinking about and concentrating on is what you're feeling. You're sending relaxing thoughts, and you're just feeling those breaths. Once you feel like you're completely relaxed, from your head to your toe, from left side of your body to right side of your body, just like when we open our eyes and we leave our muscles at rest, I want you to leave your muscles at rest, but then I just want you to give some good thoughts, grateful thoughts, whether that's for family and friends, grateful thoughts for our health, grateful thoughts for sunny weather in October, gratitude for the snow that's going to come into the mountains, maybe this weekend. There's so much around us that can be negative, but let's just only dwell on the good things in our lives. Just relax. Positive thoughts. I'm grateful for this workout and the start that it's going to give me to my day. And I'm grateful that you joined me for it. Go ahead and open your eyes. Leave your muscles at rest for just a few more breaths. I like to concentrate on the lightness of my hands. And then just start to warm up small joints. Open and closing fingers and hands. Heel raises off the floor. Wrist circles. Yawns. Yawns are warming up my jaw. And then roll your shoulders as you walk hips towards the front of your chair, just enough that we're not going to grab that chair when we do our shoulder breaths. Then you're nice and tall. Deep breath in, heavy shoulders, reach, reach, reach. Lengthening that spine, breathe it out. One more, this time palms come together overhead. And we exhale to heart center. Namaste.